Hello, everybody. Hello, hello. Whoops, that's the wrong one. Let's get the right button, shall we? There we
Yes.
go. Hi, everybody. Welcome to some more D&D here on Tales of Gaming Addiction. We'll be starting the session shortly. We're just waiting on the other victims to arrive.
Don't you mean players?
Yes, players. That's exactly what I meant. Players, not victims.
Yeah.
Yes, and that's exactly what he meant this morning too when he sent that message.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, damn.
Oh, that's what that is.
So how have we all been? We all good?
Yes.
Maybe.
Maybe.
I hear lots of knocking on doors.
Yes.
No.
Let the cat in, damn it.
No, that was actually Charlie scratching his ear. He just has to be all extra about it.
Yeah, I kind of know how it is with cats.
Alright, cat, come on.
Clearly the cat wants squitches behind the ear.
I don't even think the cat knows what the cat wants.
The cat knows exactly what it wants. What it doesn't know is what you want to give it.
Well, he's currently on my lap hurrying into the microphone. So.
Oh, that's fine. We're going to have some nice dulcet ASMR cat microphone. That'll be the new Twitch meta when this whole TV thing goes up at a massive implosion.
Cat, get off my car, please. Cat,
Needed
you just
to...
fart. Oh my god, he just farted. It's horrible.
Yeah.
Fear the cat's farts for they are lethal.
But yeah, I can honestly say that if there is something what smells horrifying, it's actually a fart from a dog who is expecting.
Oh god,
Yeah,
I can only imagine.
it's a fart from pregnant dog is, oh god, it's horrible.
One of my old friends had a boxer who she could clear a room.
Yeah.
And oh my god, I swear there were some times that my contacts would be melting on my eyeballs.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
horrible. She'd had one litter, I think, before she got fixed. So she couldn't have been expecting. She was just brewing.
Yeah.
Happy Charlie. Me, bud.
Right, well, I suppose I can show you guys before the stream the new Yari city map.
It's a Christie.
It's a Christie.
It is with a hot water bottle.
Ooh,
We're still
this
waiting on
looks
Natasha.
so good.
She's got a funnel of coal into that old MacBook.
So good.
I ain't got my headphones.
Come on, cat, get the fuck down. Please get your claws out of my leg, thank you.
Did you know that you can sing Fluffy to any song in the world? It's a game that me and Tom play in the car. Change the words to Fluffy. To songs that you're
Interesting.
singing. Works for everything.
Yeah, there's enough syllables.
Is that just okay?
I only say it because
the
I'm
song-
here singing Highway to Hell, but with Fluffy instead of Highway to Hell. I'm on the highway to Fluff. Fluffy, fluffy, fluff.
Alright, the song that popped into my head was Bohemian Rhapsody.
Yeah, see, it works for anything.
Brian fluffifies Bohemian Rhapsody.
No.
Fluffy, fluffy, let me go, let me go.
That's awesome.
Someone cuddles them.
And we haven't even started playing it, and we got the DM to facepalm. That's awesome.
Yeah.
You done it. You've achieved a miracle.
My favourite one to do it to was Whitney Houston's I Want to Dance with Somebody. Oh, I want to dance with a Fluffy. I want to pet a little Fluffy.
That still
With
works.
somebody that's fluffy. Somebody fluff. Somebody fluff.
Now, I'm going to have to try and
Yeah.
find now a piece of music that you cannot put the word fluffy into.
It works for
Just-
everything.
Okay, because I'm just thinking that
No,
in
I've got one. Rammstein Sonne.
Really?
I've heard it once.
Well, to be honest, it's in German, so
Whatever Fluffy is in German.
yeah.
Well, I
What
mean, to be fair,
term
let's face it,
fluffy is?
You could still just put fluffy in general. I mean, let's face it, they did Angel and then Engel, which is just Angel with English lyrics.
Yeah.
It's a Tash.
Yes. Hello.
Hello.
I'll have to sing a song to Charlie.
Oh,
he
he
next gets
wandered.
on your lap.
Oh, he wandered off.
Oh,
Him
oh,
and his claws and his cat farts can just stay over there.
Well,
We
why
were
can I
just-
see one of these days you saying that and suddenly we're going to hear you go, ow, little shit.
Oh, he won't. No,
Comes
he's
along
over
and
checking
slaps
out
you.
his. No, he's checking out his water bowl right now.
Excuse me, slave, I wish to register a complaint. My water bowl appears to be empty. Why is no wine in my water bowl?
Oh God.
Because it's a quarter of an inch
It's-
below the.
In German, fluffy is flauschig.
Flow sheet. Flow.
there we go.
We were just before you came in, Natasha. I was basically explaining that you can sing the word fluffy to any song. You can change any song to about fluffies,
Okay. Alright.
and then Brian said that we can't sing it to
Rammstein song,
Rammstein.
eh?
Sonne.
so I said see where it is in German and see whether that works.
God damn you, Marie.
Wow, what did you
What
just
happened?
Check out Twitch
She
chat.
did do hast.
do?
God, what happened? I need to see this.
I think it'll come up for me because I'm only
I
just joining
really
the
need to
chat.
see this.
Oh boy.
Come on, this is becoming Jackbox all over again.
I mean,
It's the porridge one all over again.
the porridge. Yes. Porridge. That was a great metaphor.
To this day, if I have any cheering up, I just watch that clip again.
Oh, which clip was it? Was it the porridge? Like Goldie, like fill me with your porridge. Like, oh
Yeah.
yeah, that one.
It's a funnel round whiplash.
Yeah. Nice.
Check it out later. Anyway, last time, this wonderful band of adventurers had escaped the realm of Kage,
Woo.
also known as the land of the dead to the elvish people, with the promise that if events transpire, they come back and pay a visit. If I recall. Or am I making this up? I don't know.
Say that part again?
You guys left. I remember you talking to Izanami, but I can't remember if you promised her something. I remember the conversation and she'd been like, I don't care what happens, the outcome is kind of great for me.
Like, we didn't promise her anything, but it's something that we could potentially do for her.
She said if we managed to send her husband to her realm.
Yeah, and that was it.
And
If
we
it
met
transpire, just make sure someone dies. But you guys did manage to escape after a very fraught battle with a guardian that guarded a way out. A lucky finale crit with a witch bolt ended it on the spot.
Mm.
And it was kind of awesome. And we, if I recall, we ended the last session with you guys arriving back in the material plane.
Yeah, arriving back in the material plane after crossing the lake with a certain one-eyed, bearded dude. Which I think I managed to work out who it is. So,
yep. But for that, we shall deal with later. But for now, what would you guys like to do? And for those of you at home, behold the updated map of Yari.
ooh.
Not logged in, I'm just doing all for effect.
You walk through the city gates. Roll for initiative.
I mean, considering your infamy level, pretty much.
Infamy?
Ooh, fancy.
What are you talking about? We don't have infamy level.
You haven't done
We
anything
are
to
not
anybody.
infamous. We are, well, to be honest, we are actually being pretty. How would I say it?
Low key.
I would-
We're low key.
We are so
Yeah,
low key.
Low key or even honorable. Being that we haven't lost our honor points that much.
Yeah, we haven't lost any honor in all fairness. We have tried to use as little to no violence as possible.
Yep.
We've been so diplomatic.
And
Yes,
that
we have.
upsets me.
Like,
Been
yeah,
trying to spin
okay.
it.
Yeah, okay. Some of that diplomacy involved a lot of influential magic, but, you know, it's part of diplomacy. You know,
It
part of
is.
the package, you know? Yeah, it's part of the package. But yeah.
I was like, chat, low key or low key?
I mean, either
you know
one.
what? Either one is applicable.
Either one is applicable, like, considering that, well, technically speaking, one of us made the guards soil his pants, shall we say.
I'm not saying that wasn't a good play, but it was a good play.
Yes.
Thank you.
So yeah, where would you guys like to go? I should point out this map has no actual scale to it. It's just a good way of actually showing you how dense the city is and where everything is in relation to the other.
We need to find Coffee Man. We need to get the Earth genie off him.
It should be fairly obvious for Coffee Man as he's got one of the most nice houses in the undermarket.
Where the fuck is sorry, where the heck is the undermarket? Oh yeah, there it is.
This thing.
I was gonna say, where the fuck? Oh yeah, there it is.
The word should be popping out at you.
Yeah, and look, it's white on very light cream and white things. Like it wasn't very clear to me at the time. Yeah, so there we go. We found the undermarket. Let's go. Yeah, let's go pay a visit to Coffee Man and steal. I mean, negotiate.
Negotiate's a good word.
Negotiate the good word and sort of allow us to reclaim the fourth genie.
Yep.
And just be like, yes, yo, genies, we have a wish to make.
I have a feeling it won't be that easy.
No, but
Well,
I was trying to think, alright, you guys need to go for that final genie. I should really come up with a name and personality. But no, I've got one now. It's great. It's going to be hilarious.
Alright.
I forgot.
Not the Rock then.
The rock.
No, the Rook
It's
is
not
the
gonna
original
be-
plan, but Tash is giving me a whole new one now.
The Pebble. That's what it's called, the Pebble.
Yeah.
Alright then, you guys make your way to the Coffee Man shop again. He seems to be doing good business selling coffee and other herbal remedies now. He's full on embracing a Dutch lifestyle.
Nice.
Mm.
And as you approach the doors, the tall, spectacled man greets you and you know, shows you in and says, "Took your time. Been expecting you sooner."
You know, we kind of got lost in another realm, but hey, you know, we're here and now.
But that's fine. The boss is expecting you. And he leads you through into the back room. Past the counter on the other side, and beyond is just a small, almost like a 3-room apartment. Sort of out of the way water closet, a small raised area which is on stone flags to actually cook and prepare meals, and then a straw mat area with rolled up bedrolls. And before you is the usual. It probably has another name, but that Japanese style of coffee table.
Oh, it's not Tatsu or no Kokatsu. I'm gonna have to look it up.
Yeah, but anyway, it's a small coffee table. There's a small pot of tea and enough cups for you all. And sat across the way is the coffee man himself, and sitting there going, "Ah, welcome, sit down. Would you like to have a coffee? I feel like we need to have a chat."
Yes, it'll be.
What kind of coffee is it?
Black coffee.
Also, I looked it up. It's a kotatsu cable. No, kotatsu table. No, what? Also, I have a question. Was there any mention of what race Coffee Dude was?
He is an elf.
Okay.
A wood elf, if I recall.
Okay.
So he has more, like a bark-like texture to his skin,
Oh, fair enough.
and sits more in
Okay.
a tanned range, like Grecian Mediterranean colours.
Okay. Okay, gotcha. Well,
Yeah, he sits and it's like, well, I have black coffee. I can spice it up if you like with something. It's a bit early in the day for sake.
I suppose it is a little early for a sake. Yes. But I black coffee would be fine.
Very well, and he begins pouring you relative coffees of which you request. And then once it's all done, he settles down, pulls out a small little hand fan and begins gently cooling himself off. So then, what brings you into my establishment? I have a sneaky suspicion you have something you wish to trade.
Hey, we have nothing to trade you. We just want it. To borrow.
And what, my dear, would you like to borrow?
Kind of your little box back. Just to save the world and that, and then bring it back to you.
I had a feeling you'd be asking about that box sooner or later.
Oh yeah, we kind of need it. Like I said, to save the world and all that jazz.
Yep.
You realise any plans you have to save the world wouldn't be done with that, with what you have in mind, right?
Well, it might help us along the way.
I suppose it would a little bit. And he pulls out the small little box, puts it on the table, and opens it up. And what emerges is a doll, the female genie, who introduces herself as Janae.
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 Yeah,
Janae.
Janae.
yeah, my name is Janae. And she takes on the appearance of a athletic woman, adorned with like rock climbing gear. So she has pitons and hooks and all sorts of that sort of stuff on her. And she seems to like almost take a seat next to the coffee dude. And then sort of leans over and goes, "You didn't tell me there'd be guests. And so many of them." Well,
Don't worry, dear, we won't bite.
Can't exactly tell you how many people are going to turn up on my doorstep every day. At which point, Coffee Man just gets a slap and a massive red mark appears on the side of his face.
Must
I like her
not
style.
say trumpet. I will let you know later.
Yep.
And she just points out that she's just a stupid man the same as everybody else. And he gives you all a very stern and serious look. And so then, I assume you rescued everybody else. And you want to use our power for something.
Well, we were kind of thinking, to stop the end of the world. Which may be actually upon us. Within 7 to 9 days, give or take. Depends which version of the song you know.
Well, that old thing is 9 days. Don't know where people.
See, and we were told
from.
7 originally, so you've given us 2 more days. Brilliant.
But in any case, it's destroy is kind of the wrong word.
Rebuild.
Fuck up.
And well, it's funny you both say that. She kind of like draws into the like it actually scars the table, and she like puts down the Elvish word for destroy and the Elvish word for rebuild, and they are similar with a few. In terms of calligraphy, it'd be like different strokes and how you arrange it.
Yeah.
And she
Yes.
points out that that's the actual end of the poem. He will rebuild the world, not destroy the world.
How will he rebuild the world exactly?
I don't know. How do you rebuild a house?
By not sacrificing several lives, that's how.
Well, I don't know. I'm a magical wish-granting genie. Sorry, I got ahead of the conversation there.
Hmm.
I mean, even the term itself could be wrong. Who knows? Give it a week, see what happens.
You seem to like this guy an awful lot. To want us to wait a week. And maybe destroy everything.
Well, I mean, you guys could always take a boat. We are on an island after all.
Yeah, but destroy and rebuild implies that it's everywhere. Even if we did get out.
Yeah, you know, there's a race of people that think that there's a boat sailing around the world made of dead men's fingernails, right? And they're kind of right. So there's plenty of options for you. If you want to try escaping this kind of thing.
Well, it's all very well us trying to escape, and even if we do succeed, there's going to be several other people who don't have that luxury, nor do they have that privilege. And in my humble opinion, it's not fair for many lives to be sacrificed, even if it does mean rebuilding the world. But all those lives sacrificed is not necessary.
She continues to glare at you for a second and glances back over at the coffee guy and says, well then, Kisuke, do you have a plan for all this? At which point he blushes and holds the fan up to just below his eyes. You can see the red coming up in his cheeks, and he's like, I may have had a plan, but I'm just a humble coffee shop owner. It's not like I have a plan for every contingency.
I want to make an insight check on that statement.
Go for it.
Shit!
He's a very hard man to read. It feels like more like he has a plan to get out of Dodge.
Do you want me to do it? What is it?
Insight.
Insight. So I'm +4. Oh, damn.
Well, I had +9, and look how well that turned out.
Yeah.
Let's see if I have anything that would help.
Crap. Be the savior that we all know and love.
No, because if crap keeps having you, I'm role-playing against myself, and that's not entertaining.
Oh.
I feel like wanting someone to devolve into schizophrenia.
Can I coyly say, come on, you want to tell us? And I'll roll persuasion.
I can.
And
Of
it's
course,
still
I can
bad.
try.
So that doesn't work.
I was going to say, let's see what Rogash gets on his insight.
Yeah.
I will take that persuasion. Nope,
Well, damn.
terrible. He's a very hard man to read.
Yeah, he is.
Although you get the sense that he has something in mind, and when Zophia goes like, "Oh, go on, you want to," he glances over, it's like, "Oh, right, fine, I can't resist." If you'd be so kind, and looks over to Jenna, who rolls her eyes, and typical men can't help but show off their toys. She stands up and she pulls out one of the ceiling tiles, and out falls a small rope ladder.
Ding.
And she,
There's a bunker?
as she gestures upwards, is like, "Come on." And you are all led into this cavernous, almost like desert-like space. It feels like it goes on for miles in every direction. In a sort of barren wasteland area. And as you'll sort of climb the rope ladder and make your way to essentially ground level, almost like you're coming up from a manhole, Kisuke comes up behind you and goes, "Oh wow, who knew there was a secret loft extension in my own coffee shop? Who knew that this thing was ever put into existence?"
Who knew?
At which point he drops his head down below and you can't quite make out what he yells. It sounds like it's very distant. At which point he then pulls the rope ladder up behind him. And then points out, "Alright then, now that we're in our own private little bubble, and no one can see or spy on us. And yes, I was aware of you poking your eye on me the other day. Janae may not look like much, but she's very perceptive."
Oh. Well, it's, well, I was just checking up to see how, you were both getting on.
Yeah, I know you were concerned about us, but there's a bigger problem. Because my plan is to let him fall.
When you say let him fall, how do you mean?
Quite simple. You guys are going to go slay a god before the god has a chance to wake up. If you're feeling up to the task. And sadly, I'll be denying the use of Janae for you to wish him dead. It's not going to work that way.
How so?
And Janae chimes in by going, "Even the perfect wish has limits."
Well, yeah, I get that. It can all be twisted.
Oh no, the perfect wish is perfect. Like, we'll understand exactly what you mean when you wish it. But if you wish to be a god, well, we can't make you a god. If you wish to be immortal, that's one thing. If you wish to be a divine being, that's a whole different kettle of fish. And it's not so much like, oh, the wish has failed, good luck. It's like, the wish fails, you get no wishes ever again. Fate Weavers get very upset when people start wishing for things. Does upset their weave somewhat. So, sadly, your perfect wish is out of the question. We can do smaller things, almost akin to like a miracle, but that's as far as it ever goes.
But what if we use the wish so that we can save those people who were to die by Izanagi's, I suppose, resurrection or return, or whatever. So even if he does, I don't know, come back and that, then we can save all those lives. That's technically not wishing him dead.
She thinks about it for a second and that sounds plausible. Although that gives you another problem. And she manipulates some earth and she pulls up like almost akin to a set of scales. And one side reads life, the other side reads death, and the scales naturally swing back and forth, but at a very gentle rhythm. And she says, "Well, I mean, you could wish everyone alive that would die. give him all like a temporary immortality or just, swing him through time or whatever, but then the scales will go a bit crazy and you watch as like the scales almost go completely vertical at times, and she then points out like that still causes more chaos. And I don't think Izanami would be too happy with Sol suddenly entering her realm and then vanishing from her domain.
Oh, I never said that those people would die in the first place. I mean, preventing those people from dying.
But if they're fated to die that day, their tickets have already been punched. And psychopumps would be very annoyed, because then they'd be going to collect souls that aren't there.
What about if we asked to reverse time? Made it a do-over.
Still doable, but then you'd run into the issue of, well, I'm sure you as a and looks over to Shizuka, like you as a priestess of Moikane would appreciate that history is fixed and can't be changed. How annoyed would you be if you had to rewrite the history book of the world twice?
I mean, as annoying as it is, but even if we do rewind time, it still doesn't solve the problem of how all those people can be saved.
At which point she disappears the stone scales and buries over the visual aid she's been summoning and heads the kill him before he wakes up option. But then you've got the, well, biggest wall in your way. 12 very angry and well-armed captains. All of which will try and stop you because that's their job. That's why they were formed in the first place. It wasn't to bring order to your elvish people, it was to keep Izanagi safe until he woke up.
Does anybody know where Izanagi is actually located?
Would you like to use a wish for that?
I do have a thing, legend lore.
Ooh.
I do
would
have a
work.
spell. It's not a ritual spell, so unfortunately.
Did you cut out for a second, Brian? Did you say you wanted me to make a history check? Or a religion check?
No, I didn't say anything on checks.
Oh, okay.
Tash said like legend lore, I went, oh, that could work.
Oh, yes. Okay.
Yeah, it's not a ritual spell, but I can. So it's like name or describe a person, place, or object. The spell brings to your mind a brief summary of the significant lore about the thing you named. So
you cast legend lore for Izanagi.
Once I get like hold on, how much well, I mean, I could dip into the party loot if everyone's alright with that.
Sure.
We have like a lot of gold. Yeah, we have a lot of gold. Yeah, I mean, I'd have to prepare the spell, but it is possible.
Well,
Yeah.
then I recommend you get preparing your spell.
Yeah. So, I mean, obviously, when they leave the coffee shop, like Shizuka will do some shopping for the stuff, and then do the ritual shenanigans.
Okie dokie. So Kisuke lets you out of his private little bubble,
Mm-hmm.
and then warns you all to be very careful, as powerful eyes are on you.
Mm.
After all, you're watching him, and he noticed you first.
Mm.
He does advise that you be very careful.
Alright then. So 250, that'll equal that much left in the bag. Then...
Let me guess, you're going to go pick up a diamond.
No, I need to pick up incense worth at least 250 gold pieces and 4 ivory strips worth at least 50 gold pieces each.
All completely purchasable within the capital city of Yari.
Yes. And that's 200 as well, so that's going to be... yeah, that much. Actually, hold on. Let me get my maths right before I go any further.
That's fine. Are you going to go anywhere specific to cast this ritual? Or to cast the spell, more specifically, because it's not a ritual.
Yeah, I'd have to do it in a very private place. I suppose it would have to be, I don't know, a Moikane shrine, maybe?
Oh, it's quite possible.
Very, very secluded.
If there's anybody else wish to do anything though whilst you're mathsing that out. Once you're in and around a capital city as big as Yari.
I'll tag along with Shizuka.
Okay. Yeah, you're welcome to come along.
I mean, I don't know if I'd be any of help.
I mean, if you could find ways of maybe throwing the companies off the scent.
I ain't
Or-
sure.
Well, we have a lot of eyes on us. The last thing we'd want is for them to keep their eyes on us, so...
I have a sneaking suspicion that Lynn and Alfred and Sifu at least have tried to distract the second guard captain, from looking in our direction.
Mm.
So it's something.
Hmm. Well, either way, I have faith that you'll find some way of distracting, or at least throwing all eyes off the scent.
Hmm.
Even if it just means, I don't know, like saying to go to one place and then actually go to another. Again, I'm sure we could think of something. Alright. Yeah, so I shall go to a Moikane shrine and be like, hey, yo.
Okay.
Have some legend
as
lore.
Hey,
you make
yo.
your way
Hey,
through the
you.
city, you do notice, like, the amount of guard present has upped significantly from the last time you guys were here. It feels very militaristic, but you do notice a lot of them are wearing different company uniforms. Mostly because like a few of them are wearing sashes, and like all the sashes are different colours.
Alright.
And it's all starting to click in your head. Oh wait, that's like the third company. That's the fourth. Holy crap! They've got some of the 11th here as well.
Well,
And they don't seem to be taking any notices of you. Obviously, like no one's handed out descriptions of you all.
Yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, technically, I've got a mask I could put on, so if you wanted me to. Because remember, I got the mask, I can sort of change how I look.
True. That's true.
So I
mean,
could
since
literally dress
yeah.
up as somebody different and go in amongst them.
That's not a bad call. I'll leave that part in your hands, Oppa.
Okay.
Somebody we don't like, and you cause a lot of mischief.
Alright. Yeah. To the shrine!
Okay.
That's right.
As you make your way to the shrine, of course it's built like a giant ivy, more than an actual Shinto shrine, as it were.
Yeah.
And you are greeted by one of the mini keepers that you've met before with their strange alien-like faces, no mouths or anything like that. And one of them greets you and bows respectfully. Lady Shizuka, it is a pleasure to have you amongst us once again.
And it's a pleasure to be in your presence once again yourself. I don't suppose there is a private place within this, within the shrine that I could meditate upon, preferably without any eyes on me, as things of a serious matter that I need to consult with Omoikane themselves.
We have a prayer room available. Would you like your mother to know you are here?
No. I think it would be wise if my mother was not alerted to my presence.
Very well. She is most worried for you.
I'm sure she is, but she need not be concerned. I am an adult, and I can take responsibilities for myself.
Very well. Follow me. And he leads you off into a small area where there are several rooms all lined up with thick walls enough for... And you can hear like the mutterings of people praying, and not specifically to a Moikane. Some are praying to smaller deities, or maybe even just having a quiet meditation or talking to themselves. And he shows you inside the small room. Would you like any materials for your meditation?
Oh, I've brought materials of my own right here, but it's much appreciated. Thank you.
You are most welcome. Enjoy your meditation. And he closes the door, and you hear the faint footsteps of him leaving.
Okay, so who is with me in the room right this moment, like in terms of party members?
Erin could be, or she could be standing outside the door. Give you privacy.
I was gonna say, if you could act as, I don't know, like a guard, or just look out in case.
No problem.
Yeah, Relgash could stand outside the prayer room as a formidable guard. Being that he is, 8 feet tall?
Yeah, thereabouts.
Yeah.
And Zoppo, what would you like to be during all this?
I don't mind. I mean, what was the plan we sort of said about?
I'm going to cast Legend Lore to find where not a Moikane, Izanagi is most likely to pop up when they wake up. Like, so we can at least be there before they have the chance to wake up.
Yeah.
I mean, you could hang about in the library, you could be... You could do whatever you want, really.
I mean, we did say about getting in amongst the guards and that.
Yeah, that's true. Like, maybe you could get some intel, like, see
That's
whether...
what I'm thinking. Maybe if I... do we want to go actual, like, face of, like, a soldier or something else?
I mean, obviously something that's not going to cause any suspicion, but I don't know whether soldiers would be like, hang on a minute, you're not one of our soldiers, what are you doing? Sort of thing. I don't know whether they'd, like, know, like, who's...
Where have I got to send you it?
I mean... I don't
Shinju out of the
know.
campaign, but we can't take the Shinju out of Christie.
I mean... It's up to you. I think the guards will probably be a little more disciplined. But yeah, see whether you can see what they know about, well, everything that's been going on so far.
Okay, I've got an idea. We'll go in between. We won't go super sexy. We will go mother with a bread basket. See what I can sell.
Nice.
I got the image of you two having this discussion in like the prayer room. Aaron and Rogue just sat outside like full on like stoic guard pose, and then you two going, it's like, okay, I need the disguise, I need ideas.
I was going to say, I'm going to guess that we sorted this out before they go to the...
Yeah, I would have imagined that, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. So, Zoppa, you're wandering around as a kindly old bread seller, baker. Baker's wife.
Yeah.
And we shall come to you in a second. Right, with Shizuka.
Yes.
You begin your spell of legend lore.
Yes, for the next 10 minutes.
Yep, you set up everything, you cast your ritual. And the information that... And like for a second, like everything fades out for a second in the room, and it's just you sat there with the candles, the strips of ivory. And what appears before you is the representation in your mind of a Moikane.
Oh, snap.
Of a thin elvish man. He has a third eye in the middle of his forehead, which opens vertically. Well, would it be horizontally? I forgot. That traditional third-eyed look.
Part of me wants to say vertically, but I'm not sure.
I'll find the reference picture I had when I came up, when I was looking for inspiration. I'll show it to you later and we can discuss it then.
Yeah.
But he has 4 sets of arms. 2 of them are almost like holding scriptures, and the other, almost like upper 2 arms, seem to be writing away on floating pieces of parchment. And he's looking at all the different things and looks down at you and goes, "Ah, Priestess Shizuka. Pleasure to see you. Let's see here. You want information on... Oh, that old fool. Let me see what I have for you. Give me a second. And it starts like, even though there is no visible flipping of papers, you can like every time his arm leaves your vision, like you hear like the flipping of pages and sheets. And he goes, "Oh, here we go," and he taps the 4 ivory strips you left as a part of the ritual.
Mm.
And your instructions on there are quite clear. That Izanagi resides within the mountain itself, within the great tree. He resides at his heart and is the heart. And someone will slay him soon.
Okay. Would it be us?
I'm gonna say it sounds very foreboding.
He looks down on you and goes, well, that's all the information I'm allowed to give you. Looks over another piece of paper. Take the 2, carry the 1. Divide by the seasonal month. Oh, that should be a good crop yield. Now, if there's anything else you require, how shall we? Off, many people, many prayers.
I believe that would be everything that we need. Thank you.
You're welcome. Let me know if you ever need this service again. And as your vision fades, there's like a faint, almost like those. Please hold whilst you're sitting in the queue.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, like the the waiting music.
Yeah. And it's a little bit weird until eventually you get like the sense of a dial tone, just a flat line, and eventually your vision comes back to the room, and your incense candles have completely burnt out, but your ivory strips now have those very same instructions written before you.
Oh, fantastic. I will take those ivory strips, and then I shall walk out the prayer room.
Alright then.
Yeah.
And as you walk out the room, we shall jump cut to Zopper.
Oh, great. I get to ad-lib.
Oh yes, wandering the streets selling bread and a couple of the...
Shatner the hell out of this.
I'm more thinking, My Fair Lady when she has the really terrible Cockney accent.
Oh god.
Oh no.
Feudal Japan.
Yes, a couple of the guards, like if you're strange guards, as if to be like, there's a market in town for doing this, why are you shilling it on the street for? Strange peasant woman.
Why? If I overheard that, I said, why? You're all grown men, you need bread more than anyone. I'm just doing my bit to serve our city.
Oh, one of them comes up to you and goes, well, do you have any sweet buns? I could do with a sweet bun right now.
Yes, I'll pull out our hot cross bun.
Fantastic.
Wait, where'd you even get a hot cross bun from?
I don't know. Let's just pretend that... Yes. Let's just pretend. What I'll do is pre to this, I would have gone to the actual bakery and got and brought some stuff at the bakery.
I'd imagine you would have got something to go along with your plan.
Yeah. Crepe is with me. Could you imagine crepe just trying to desperately make up?
Oh god!
Just constantly conjuring bread, and every so often there's a bolt of lightning. Strange things are happening in Yari. No one can explain it. But you don't seem to get a huge amount of information out of the guards. A lot of them are just like, oh, we've just been moved here, stationed here for some reason or another. Eventually, though, a palanquin comes by, being hauled by 4 individuals. It bears no family crest, so you can't gaze any information off of it. Eventually, though, it stops beside you.
Okay, I'll have a look.
Yeah, you try and hop your bread to the noble inside.
Yeah.
The curtain is pulled back.
Whacking a baton on the window.
There are no windows. It's like curtained. It's like old-fashioned.
Yeah,
Sort
you
of
know,
thing.
just whacking it on the side of the door. Knock, knock. Who's in there?
At which point, an attendant pulls the curtain aside, and you can't see the person inside. They wear a veil to keep their face covered, but it's a feminine voice. And she looks at you and goes, "Oh, that's an interesting trade you've picked up there."
Oh, you know, anything to earn my daily bread.
Oh, I certainly would like to have some of your bread. Could I have? And like she looks at you in the eyes. I would like you to make a wisdom save for me, please.
No,
Uh-oh.
bitch.
What do you
It's
do?
who I think it may be, because you mentioned something last week.
Mm-hmm.
Could you say that Zopa would be Baker of the Night?
What? Come on,
Rather than
Zappa.
a
First
woman
for
of the
Lady
night.
of the Night, Baker of the Evening.
No,
Baker of the Evening.
let's say I have a bacon's dozen.
Hey.
What is it? Wisdom.
Wisdom
Where is it even
save.
on the list? Where is it on? There it is. I do have +4, so this might not be too bad.
Oh, that's not bad at all.
It's not bad. It's not the
Uh,
best, but it's not bad.
Yeah, sadly, it's not enough. It's just short.
No!
Oh.
But she looks at you, says something to you, and you like sort of blink for a second. And she's like, the loaf, dear, the rye bread.
Oh, yeah, that one. Yep, that's the last one.
Fantastic.
Rye's very hard to come by these days.
You hand it to this person, and she takes it quite happily and begins to take some bites of it and gestures for the attendant to pay you, and the attendant gives you 10 gold for your troubles.
Oh, excellent.
And I will DM you what happened later.
No!
No one on this table can ever know.
No!
Dag.
Until I tell them next week.
And I would like it if you didn't.
No, I won't.
Alright. But with that, you glean no further information from the guards.
Okay.
We can hop back to Shizuka and Co. You emerge, your guards standing very defensive in front of you, and after a while, whilst Shizuka's been conducting her ceremony and her prayers, until she emerges, both Rogash and Aaron, both of you, like, hearing, like, the murmurs pick up, like, who's in there? Oh, probably some noble. Look at the mercenaries.
Oh,
So
shit.
strong, so dangerous. And eventually, Shizuka, you emerge, and all the hushing stops.
Oh, boy.
I'll let you guys carry on. What would you like to do?
Right. I have the information that we need. So, for the time being, we should probably leave this place and I suppose we'll wait for Zoppa to return and I was going to say, has Crep been with us the entire time?
Mhm.
Okay. Zoppa
When,
to
when you guys went to the library, Crep went off to do a bit of digging,
okay.
and you see him sat there at one of the desks. He's just poring over some bits of paperwork.
Oh, well, what are you looking over there, Crep?
Just old maps. They decided to make a home for the kobolds.
Oh,
I used to be
Oh, that's
one.
nice.
I was one. I am one.
yeah, he was one.
I identify as a kobold. And like
He really
shouts it
dominated.
quite loudly to the point that it echoes around the room.
Oh,
Like everyone goes, shh. Sorry, I identify as a kobold.
Yeah.
was looking to see if there's a way to change me back.
I mean,
But to keep all the smarts and everything else, you know?
that's
Still be
fair
me as I
enough.
am now, but in a kobold body.
Oh, fair enough. I mean, I'm sure there would be a way of doing such a thing. But for
One day we'll have to find out.
well, for the time being, I've got what we needed, and we should probably find Zopper and reconvene. I guess somewhere private.
Okie dokie. So you guys reconvene.
Sorry about.
Carry on. I'll reconvene at wherever and at what time suits you all. I'm just messaging Christy the thing.
No! Ah!
Oh, excellent. Internal screaming of the party.
Yeah. Right. Well. So I conducted the spell, and it turns out that Izanagi is pretty much at the mountain. You could say that well, hang on, let me look at the map. Let me look at the world map. Like, the spear, like, yes, that, the mountain there is pretty much the heart of, did you say that Izanagi is the heart of the thingy? Or...
Yes, Izanagi is the heart.
Yeah, Izanagi is the heart of that mountain. So that is where Izanagi will likely awaken if they are not stopped. Yeah, so that would be our that would be where we need to go. Zopper, did you find anything about what the guards know about, well, just anything interesting that we should be aware of?
I mean, not really from the guard. They just sort of said that they're all told to sort of convene in that place. They didn't really even know what was going on. And if they did, they certainly weren't going to tell a commoner. There's also a posh, like, people turn up as well. So whether they was something to do with the guard or patrons of the guard, it's definitely a carriage which was very, very upmarket. They brought some of my fake bread.
Well, that's rather impressive considering we didn't see you, well, unless you brought bread from earlier.
No, you can thank Crepe.
Oh, well, I mean, Crep was with us the entire time.
No,
I
don't tell me
let's
he's
not get into
British.
too much detail here. Time's a funny thing when you're playing D&D.
Yeah.
No, yeah, I went and brought it in the thingy.
Alright, so...
But yeah, really, it to be fair, it was a very boring time. I was thinking I would have been able to have shatnered a lot more than what I did.
Well, I suppose the question is, when do we leave for the mountain? Oh, well, I suppose we need to prepare.
Wait, we're going to a mountain?
Yes, we're going to the mountain, pretty much next door to the city. We're going.
At which point,
Yeah.
if you guys are anywhere near a window that's pointing northwards, Cryptus points and goes, "That one." And literally, like, dominating most of the skyline is what looks like a colossal spear shoved in the ground.
Yes. So.
Where have you messaged me, by the way?
I have
Alright.
messaged you on Messenger.
Or Messenger? Because I was like going through all like different messenger apps. It's like, what have you messaged me?
I was surprised it didn't come up on Messenger to be like, "Hey, you got a message." I also dumped a thing into the Facebook chat, but that's only because
Yeah, you.
I
Wow.
tapped over for a second. It's like, "Oh wow, that's something I wanted."
That is a thing. That is a whole mood right there. That thing you sent in Messenger.
Yeah, for those wondering in chat, it's someone's defined it as a blizzard dragon. It looks amazing. Think
Hold on,
White
I'll send it
Dragon,
to the.
but more
I'll
ice.
send it to the disc. I can send it to the Discord channel.
You could do, yeah.
For me, it says just downloading photo.
Give it a minute. You
Yeah.
might need to close and reopen the chat. It's done that to me a few times today.
Yeah, my messenger wouldn't allow me to send anything to anyone. You know, like share. So like I came across a picture and
Ooh, that's
wouldn't allow me
nice.
to like shave.
Yeah, there we go.
Share
For the
it.
benefit of people at home, it looks so cool.
That's
Yeah,
a whole
it
mood
does.
right there.
So pretty, I want one. Yeah, so besides my distraction. But yeah.
Yes.
But yeah, well, if you guys are near a window pointing northwards or even outside Cribside, it points over to the mountain and just goes, "That one. That mountain. That big scary thing."
Right. So, I suppose we should take stock or, well, sort of see what we've got in the party loot. And
Yeah.
if we do need anything else. Otherwise, I suggest we leave here sooner rather than later.
Like tomorrow morning.
So, what time of day is it now?
It's about mid-afternoon.
Okay, so there's still plenty of time to sort of grab supplies and...
Yeah, a few shops might still be open.
Grab
Yes.
something to eat.
Oh,
Get
yes.
some climbing gear. And Erin would like to stock up on rations since she left most of hers with the Grandmaster.
That would be a wise decision.
Yes.
So
Yeah, I could
let's-
do with some food.
Yeah, we'll get some climbing gear. Yeah, climbing
Maybe-
gear, rations.
Well, depending on how high up we have to climb, maybe some cold weather gear if we don't already have it.
That's very true.
Hold on, I'll make a list.
Just making a list. Just checking it twice.
Taking it once.
Making sure
You are
that...
11 months
Yes.
too early.
Hey, I'm rewriting the lyrics for this, technically speaking. Like,
You know what?
To that
If
tune.
Halloween can live in my heart year round, Christmas can live in Tasha's heart year round.
well, I mean, it doesn't
Christmas
really
only
live in my
gets
heart.
December.
And rather
The
2
only one
weeks in the
this
middle of
time-
December.
Aaron's writing a list for us.
I really am writing down a list.
She is.
Yeah.
Okay, so
So I've got
Um,
rations, cold weather gear,
That's
climbing
saying don't forget
gear.
to throw Fluffy into that song somewhere.
right. I'm also
Fluffy
seeing
Claus
whether we
is
have
coming to
any
town.
tents. Would we need? Yeah, we need tents. We need.
Yeah.
We need tents.
Otherwise, it's going to be intense.
Ha.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, it is going to be intense.
Ha. Well, we have a 2-person tent. We have a normal tent. Let's see. Well, I mean, normal tent just sleeps 2 people anyway, so yeah.
So there's it's too intense, man.
Yeah, 2 intense. Boom.
Wait, except that Relgash and his sword
Yeah.
Oh yes.
need to like go elsewhere.
Relgash and his sword needs their own space.
Technically speaking, it never said anything about like being 300 feet vertically.
No,
just has
but I
to be
did warn you
300.
all, if you pocket that sword in another dimension away from Relgash, he doesn't really get that good a night's sleep.
But
So what if
Ryan,
Relgash and the sword were to be popped into one of the genie lamps?
I was gonna
Then
say,
that would be fine, although the question is, with the genie like a very disturbed night's sleep.
If
Yeah.
the genie were to
we
crash out on the prime material plane in one of our tents, it would still be too intense.
I
yes.
now have this scene in my head. You guys are setting up camp for the night. Zoppa's got her lamp out and she's discussing the plan with the Wind Genie of like, look, you're going to have some male company this evening, not female. I hope that's fine. And he's kind of like,
You know, he's
fine,
big and hairy. He's not
fine.
there.
Does he drink beer,
Sorry.
wine, water? Does he like catnip? And like your plan
Yeah,
goes
get the
without a
catnip
hitch,
out.
you guys get like the best night's sleep ever, and Zoppa just gets woken up at like 3 in the morning. And Jamie's like, would you please get him out? I can't sleep.
He snores too much, and I cannot sleep.
Pretty much. Like, you guys can't even hear the snoring, but you just see the lamp like wobbling on the spot and just seems to be shaking about the floor.
Is it just like a cat? Is Relgash like a cat jumping on?
You know,
Yeah.
He doesn't get sleepwalks, he gets sleep zoomies.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's like
no.
But I had a thought in my head, and then I can't remember what the thought was now.
I'm imagining the Wind Genie has like lots of wind chimes inside there.
Yeah.
Never makes a nice tune either, it's just chaotic.
Clang, clang. But yeah, would that work? Like in terms of just stuffing Relgash in a genie?
Relgash and the sword can sleep together quite happily. Well, Relgash can try and get some sleep, but again, pocketing sword in separate pocket space away from Relgash will lead to Relgash getting exhaustion points.
Yeah.
Because technically not all of him's getting a good night's sleep. Soul is a bit restless. Body's asleep. Soul's restless.
Yeah.
Don't blame me. Blame the dice rolls. That's what you got.
I was going to say, I would like to suggest that we don't spend the night in the Amoyiko mansion, because screw that. Yeah, we go to a quaint little inn somewhere here where it's unlikely that we'll be disturbed, unless whatever happened to Zoppa will probably bite us in the butt.
No, quiet little inn's decent. Be fine.
Either way.
Very helpful.
Either way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, either way, I suppose once we get a good night's sleep, I suppose we'd better set off, so let's get some camping gear. Let's get
Okay.
some.
So you guys all go out and purchase your camping gear. Again, Yali is plentiful with supplies for people.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So there's no
totally.
problem getting basic things
Yes.
and what have you.
Oh yeah, camp climbing gear. That's what we wanted. Climbing.
Yep.
Climbing.
Right.
Yep.
Cold weather gear.
Yeah, cold weather sort of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, how much would that cost us, just out of interest?
Cold weather gear.
Well, all, like pretty much everything that would. Yeah, so like cold weather
altogether,
gear.
crikey. No idea. I'll have to look at that for you.
Womp womp.
I don't know what to expect.
Well, Brian, you told us that there will
I
be
don't
this
have an
mountain.
encyclopedic knowledge of
we have
everything
to climb.
D&D in my brain.
Yeah, but Brian, you said that we're gonna like have to climb a mountain. Of course, we're gonna need climbing gear. What did you expect? We want to be prepared
I
for
expected
this.
you guys to go and do other things. So a climbing kit is going to cost you 25 gold.
Okay.
Not bad. Each person?
Ba-da-ba-ba.
Boom.
Says
Yep.
25 gold per person, right?
Yeah, 25 per person.
Okay.
And it only gives you 25 feet of actual climbing movement. So you might want to be buying some rope with that.
Yeah.
Just FYI.
Added to the list.
Now, D&D Beyond. I can set filters for magic items. Why can't I set filters for regular equipment?
Mm.
To be like, hey, I would like to have all the exploration gear, please. Is that so hard?
So yeah.
Ha, you can have an axe beak as a mount.
But
I like that.
wait a minute. Could we technically purchase flying creatures? Hence, we can resolve the problem of like climbing stuff.
And thank you, Viv, for the sub.
Yeah.
It's greatly appreciated. I mean, you could purchase flying creatures. They'd be harder to get a hold of. Stables don't really have them. It was just more amusing that like an
Actually-
axe beak came up as a mount.
Actually, you know what? Like, it would probably be more difficult to kind of like hide when, like, you're like doing, I don't know, like climbing. Well, trying to do some sneaky things. So we'll probably.
Well, unless you have a monk that can cast Pass Without a Trace.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It is a great point.
that's a fairly good point. You know what? Yes. Yeah. You know what? Yeah. I mean, we could certainly try. What do we need to do in order to see whether we can find some flying creatures that can possibly help carry us up the mountain?
Well, no one in Yari has flying creatures. Well, they do, but they use more as messenger birds, like carrier pigeons.
Oh.
If you want something a bit bigger, that's going to require a nature check and maybe some animal handling.
What if we purchased enough pigeons
Mm-hmm.
to, like, carry a whole person?
Would you like an African swallow or a European swallow?
I mean, I mentioned pigeons, but I mean, okay, we'll go with swallows.
Well, you got to figure out the airspeed velocity.
Oh, that's true.
A 4-ounce bird cannot carry a 12-pound coconut. Now, but an African swallow could. But African swallows are non-migratory.
You know what?
How much is a magic carpet? We could take a magic carpet ride and sing the Fog Hat song on the way up.
I mean, that's not a bad idea. Hang on a minute. Does Crep have the spell fly?
I will need to double check that for you. Give me a second. I was looking up to see if the carpet was where it was in the rarity scale.
Because if he can,
Bless you.
what is the extent that he can do it?
How big a carpet were you looking for?
Preferably to fit all of us on it, but oh my god! You know what?
Also,
Rogesh could be our grog.
Fly.
Okay, I
No, not
have
unless
had.
you guys want to like have him cast 100 spells and assume I can't re-roll the same one each time.
Oh, well, I do have a hilarious and quite awesome suggestion.
Do tell.
We find a bed that can fit all of us on.
I mean,
And
polymorph
on one of the
someone into
corners,
something.
it has like a special knob which you have to turn a certain amount of times. Like a certain amount of times. You say the location and it'll take you there.
Is
I
that
mean-
from Bedknobs and Broomsticks?
Yes, it
That's
is.
exactly what I was
I was
thinking.
going to say. Optic.
If we
Or
all
like in Return to Oz, where we create a sofa with a moose's head.
oh my
And get
god.
some sprinkles from a woman that changes her head multiple times
Yes.
and make it come to life.
What about the car from Harry Potter?
Yeah.
Just avoid the Whomping Willow and we're good.
Yeah.
I mean, first of all, it would have to be a cart rather than a car. Because cars, I mean,
Anyway,
I don't think
if
cars
you
are.
if you guys want a carpet, I'll take all of you. Just FYI,
Mm.
there is one available, but it's very rare. Ergo, it's going to be effing expensive.
Gonna say,
Alright.
doesn't the genie have one that we could?
How do you do that?
Isn't that kind of insensitive to assume that?
Just because I'm a magical wishcrafting genie does not mean I have a flying carpet.
I mean, if I made a wish for one, would you have one?
I mean, I can't wish one for you. That's not how this deal works. We've made a bargain and a pact. We're kind of stuck together on this one.
I do have
Unless you want
another
to get the
plan.
four of us together, and then we could wish you a magic carpet.
I do have another plan. We can stitch several, like, you know, like futon beddy things. We can stitch several futon covers as like a patchwork quilt thing. Enchant it with the power for it to fly. That would be great.
FYI,
Yeah.
if anybody wants that flying carpet,
Mm.
the cheapest one you can have starts at 6,000 gold.
We can afford
Okay.
that. Yeah.
According to the party loot bag I'm looking at right now.
Don't we
Yeah.
have like 50,000 or something ridiculous?
We-
Yeah, well, I mean, and we've
Oh,
got a shit ton of platinum pieces too.
There is someone in town who does have one that's going for 50,000, but it's like the Ferrari of flying
yeah, I'm not
carpets.
saying
It
that
can only
much,
seat
but I
two.
mean-
3 at a push.
Like, I can just imagine, like, yes, we have the Ferrari, like, carpet, and then we have, like, a small putt-putt carpet that, like, you know, may break down, like halfway
Just
through.
tow 'em with a rope.
All I'm imagining now is like Indian tut-tuts.
Yes.
Doesn't go, and it doesn't even actually fly. It just levitates.
Yeah.
It just gets in people's way. But no, so someone is willing to
Gonna
sell
say-
one in town for 6,000 gold.
Yeah. I was going to say, can't we buy that and everybody get in the lamp, and then one person drive it, and everybody else. In the
Oh my
lamp.
god, Zopper, you're a genius!
You know, I like the
You-
seat of the.
Yes! Oh my god, Zopper,
And it needs
you...
to be a 2-person one, doesn't it?
Zopper, why aren't you playing a knowledge cleric? Because that's great!
If you guys got like
Question.
50k, then by all means you can have like the fast one.
Oh no, we don't want a fast one. We just want one that can get us there.
Yes.
Well, again, the one for 6,000 will get you there, but it only has a fly speed of 30 feet. Like, this is what I mean. Like,
Will it fit all of us on
concept
there?
ones which just levitate. Like, they are expensive, relatively speaking, but like a lot of rich people have them. Because
Yeah.
why have slaves to carry my palanquin when my rug can do it for me? And now I don't have to spend money on slaves or servants or anything.
Doesn't
There
that
are some young rich kids, on the other hand, who will go out and buy a small magic carpet for the purposes of just going on pure speed. And then swiftly getting
They're like
caught and
the
arrested for
wheelie
using
kind
a
of
powerful
things.
magic item without a license. Sort of.
doesn't that kind of sound like nowadays work market?
Mhm.
Like, why do we pay people certain amount of money to do this thing which computers can do it for us?
You see, you need to pay someone to look after the computer.
Yeah.
Eventually, planes will just have a man and a dog. To be the man's job to feed the dog. It will be the dog's job to bite the man if he tries to touch anything.
Yeah.
But there is certainly someone in town willing to sell you guys a flying carpet for 6,000 gold.
But does it fit all of us on?
It has a total size of 6 foot by 9 foot.
So I'm going to say...
Yes.
Yes. Fantastic. Yes. This
Is it a
gonna be-
Persian carpet?
Hmm?
Is it a Persian carpet?
No, it is a wonderful Japanese rug.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Nice straw mat kind of appeal to it.
Oh,
Fine
nice.
embroidery. It details many a historical event.
Nice.
Like, I mean, I just like the idea, like, if we do Zoppa's idea of, like, everyone else but one person goes in the lamp while the person is, like, piloting the carpet, then you have, like, I don't know, magic flying carpet police, like, pull you over, like, excuse me, ma'am, are you aware of the reason
You were going
why...
at a full round and a dash in just a standard movement zone.
Yeah.
You just pass the sign that says movement equals 1 action.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh god, this is great. We'll be introducing like magic flying carpet law, like trafficking laws next.
Mm.
Yeah.
I actually have an AMSR somewhere, which is magic carpet, but it's on like a flight, like you're on an aeroplane.
Oh yeah.
That does sound sort of interesting.
Yeah.
Although
Right.
science has ruined that scene in Aladdin for me.
Mhm.
I think we'll get into later, before we get derailed further.
Yeah. I was gonna say we need to buy that magic carpet.
Yeah.
Alright then, so mark off 6,000 gold, and you have a carpet of flying.
Yay! Who's gonna mark it off? Me? I mean, I can mark it off.
For the purposes of whoever wants to make note on said carpet of flying, it is the 6 by 9 foot model. It can have a full carrying capacity of 1,600 pounds and flies at 30 feet per round.
So 6 by 9 foot carpet.
Has the capacity of 800 pounds, but a maximum of 1,600.
Capacity 800
800.
pounds. Max 1600
Mhm.
pounds.
Yep,
Okay.
and moves at 30 feet.
Moves at 30 feet per round. I don't know. Either way.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
fantastic.
got a speed of 30 feet.
Alright. Yes, we now have a magic carpet. It's great.
It still might not be a bad idea to get cold weather climbing gear, tents, and all that stuff.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Just in case.
Yeah, it's fine. We can still do that. Yeah, that's fine. You know, it's all good. We could totally do that.
Just, shit happens and Brian's an evil genius.
Well, we'll see. That remains to be seen if I'm an evil genius.
Mm.
But yeah. So you guys have now a wonderful magical flying carpet.
Hurrah!
I trust you all to buy your own camping equipment and knock it off the sheet as and what you require.
Yep. Yeah, I brought my own gear.
And I think that's a good place to stop this session for tonight, because now I need to plan your mountain climb.
Ha.
And all the dangers and perils therein. So
And
thank you all for tuning in. It has been a joy to have you all here. Thank you all for the new follows of Crafty Vixen. Also thank you, Viv, for the resub. Which reminds me, if you want to help out the channel, give it a follow. It costs you nothing to follow the channel. And if you want to also spend some money without actually spending any money, those of you with an Amazon Prime subscription, you get a Prime Gaming thing if you connect it to your Twitch account, which means 1 free sub. Which you have to manually renew, but it does mean you can support the channel and skin Amazon ever so slightly. Think about it, it's like the best kind of anti-capitalism.
Oh.
So yeah, so tune in next week. We'll pick up the next part of the session as these guys begin their mountain climb up Mount Yari.
Yes.
Oh, I suddenly remembered. So it's a good job you
Who reminded you to
reminded me, Brian.
hit that resub for 17 months?
There
Nice.
we go.
Good God. Oh, has it really been a year since Viv's been subbed? That's amazing.
Oh my goodness.
I would just notice, like looking down at the activity feed, like that's 12 months of Viv subs. I'm happy.
Yeah.
I really need to get around to making some emotes.
Well, I'll say one thing after the stream for you, Brian.
Okie dokie. Right, so let's see. Shall we go? Let's go raid someone. Who could do with some good vibes today?
Yay!
Anybody who wants some good vibes?
I've got chaotic neutral gaming playing. I have final boss fight. I have
Yeah, well, let's go.
Larry.
Because
Yeah.
I didn't get a chance to actually, register that I'm looking for. Oh, playing with the Shadow of War. Yeah, let's go raid John, and we shall see you all next time. So hop on that raid. We'll go see final boss fight, some love, and then we shall see you all next time. Until then, everybody, farewell.
Bye bye.